Hey, fourth grade. I hope you are having a wonderful day. We are going to be talking about making inferences again. We were working on this last week in the classroom, and we have an anchor chart just like the one up here on my screen. And I put it up here just to kind of remind you about making inferences. And I want you to remember that when we are making inferences in books, we are kind of being detectives. We are taking the clues that the author gives us and the background knowledge that we already know, maybe not something about that story, but something we know from our experience, and we're making an inference. So if the author says that Susie hands were shaking and she was hiding back in the crowd, we know that when somebody's hands are shaking and they're kind of hiding back, maybe they are nervous or something like that. So we're taking the clues that the author gave us, what we know, and we are making an inference. So we're going to be practicing that with a picture book called Farmer Duck. So I need you to make sure that you have a piece of pencil, a piece of paper, and a pencil with you, because as we listen to this book being read, I'm going to ask you to pause this video and answer some questions throughout the book. Okay? If you are not ready with a pencil and a paper, pause it now before I start the book. Otherwise, here we go. Alrighty, let's see. Here we go.
Farmer Duck, written by Martin Waddell and illustrated by Helen Oxenberry.
Wow, it's taking a long time.
There once was a duck who had the bad luck to live with a lazy old farmer. The duck did the work. The farmer stayed all day in bed. The duck fetched the cow from the field. "How goes the work?" called the farmer. The duck answered, "Quack." The duck brought the sheep from the hill. "How goes the work?" called the farmer. The duck answered, "Quack." The duck put the hens in their house. "How goes the work?" called the farmer. The duck answered, "Quack."
Okay, let's pause right here for a second. We can kind of look at what the author has told us, and even a little bit from the pictures. What do you think that the duck is actually saying when it says quack? I personally am listening to this and I'm thinking, okay, the farmer's in bed the whole time and the duck has to do all this work by himself. I know from my experience that doing lots of hard work all by myself when someone else is supposed to be doing the work makes me angry. It makes me angry. It makes me tired. So I think that this duck is angry and tired. What do you guys think?
The farmer got fat through staying in bed, and the poor duck got fatter with working all day. "How goes the work?" "Quack." "How goes the work?" "Quack." "How goes the work?" "Quack." "How goes the work?" "Quack."
So I want you to pause the video right now, and I want you to answer. Just put number 1 on your paper. Make sure your name's on it, and the top is labeled Farmer Duck, and with today's date. And I want you to tell me what you think the duck is saying. What do you think the duck says when he says quack, when the farmer is asking him how the work goes? Once you've done that, you can push play, and we will continue.
"How goes the work?" "Quack." "How goes the work?" "Quack." The poor duck was sleepy and weepy and tired. The hens and the cow and the sheep got very upset. They loved the duck. So they held a meeting under the moon and they made a plan for the morning. Moo, said the cow. Baa, said the sheep. Cluck, said the hens. And that was the plan.
Okay, I want you to pause the video again after I tell you what you're going to do. I want you to write number 2, and then I want you to tell me what you think the cow, the sheep, and the hens are, how they feel. Okay? How do you think the cow and the sheep are feeling right now? And I also want you to tell me what from the text up here makes you think that they feel that way. Okay? So I want you to pause the video right now, answer that question, and then you can push play so we can continue.
It was just before dawn and the farmyard was still. Through the back door and into the house crept the cow and the sheep and the hens. They stole down the hall. They creaked up the stairs. They squeezed under the bed of the farmer and wriggled about. The bed started to rock, and the farmer woke up, and he called, "How goes the work?" And moo, bah, cluck. They lifted his bed, and he started to shout. And they banged and they bounced the old farmer about, and about, and about, right out of the bed. And he fled with the cow and the sheep and the hens, mooing and baaing and clucking around him. Down the lane, moo, through the fields, baa, over the hill, cluck, and he never came back.
Okay, we're gonna pause again. And I think that you guys will find this one pretty easy, but for number 3, I want you to write down what you think the cow and the sheep and the hens are saying. And I want you to tell me what makes you think that they are saying that to the farmer. Okay? So you're gonna let me know what you think that they're saying and why you think they're saying that. Once you're done with that, you can push play and we can continue.
The dog awoke and waddled wearily into the yard, expecting to hear, "How goes the work?" But nobody spoke. Then the cow and the sheep and the hens came back. "Quack," asked the duck. "Moo," said the cow. "Baa," said the sheep. "Cluck," said the hens, which told the duck the whole story. Then mooing and baaing and clucking and quacking, they all set to work on their farm.
Okay, well, thank you for joining me today. You can keep that paper and we will turn it in when you turn in your spelling. The only thing about this book that I do not understand, and I don't know if you guys caught it, was why didn't the cow and the sheep and the hens help the duck to begin with? They're helping him at the end, but I don't understand why they haven't been helping this whole time. Anyways, that's just my take on it. Thank you, and I hope that you are having a fantastic and successful remote learning day. If you need anything, please feel free to contact me.